What's up? Welcome back. Today we're in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and the title of that text is There's a Season for Everything, starting in verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Verse 5. The meaning of throwing or gathering stones is uncertain. It may refer to clearing a field for planting versus building a wall or spoiling a field in 2 Kings 3:25 versus clearing it in Isaiah 5:2. A rabbinical tradition takes it to be a euphemism for participating in or refraining from sexual relations. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboureth? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Also he has set the world in their heart so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Verse 11. The fact that God has set eternity in their heart tells us that although we are creatures of time, we are not like the animals who are fully exclusively creatures of time. Verse 1 through 11. These verses, the most famous text in Ecclesiastes, must be read from the context of fundamental claim of the book, that we are mortals doomed to perish and that our work will perish with us. No human work is eternal, and our activities, whether building or tearing down, must change as the situation dictates. We naturally prefer to stay on the positive side of the list, but as long as we live in a world of change, conflict, and death, we must accept the fact that we cannot have unchanging bliss. Even so, verse 11 says, everything is beautiful in his time. We must respond appropriately to the seasons of life as they come. I know that there is no good in them but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life. Also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. I know that whatsoever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything can be taken from it. And God does it, that man should fear before him, that which has been now and that which it has already been, and God requires that which is past. Verse 15. The phrase God requires that which is past is literally God seeks to pursue or God seeks to persecute it. God cares about and seeks out those who are harassed and oppressed. This anticipates the text on injustice that follows. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, the wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time, therefore, every purpose and for every work. Verse 16 through 17. An absurdity of life is that where there ought to be justice in the law courts, there is often corruption, oppression, and perversion of justice. Even so, we may take comfort in the fact that God has appointed a final day for judging the world. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them, as the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, have all one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go into a place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward into the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Verse 18 through 22. These verses are disturbing to Christian readers because they appear to deny the hope of eternal life. What they actually deny is that people within themselves have the power to transcend death. According to the Bible, death is an enemy in 1 Corinthians 15:26. It is not merely a doorway to a new level of existence. God's people will experience eternal life only because they are known by God and will be raised by his power.